Hello again, my name is Ezra and welcome back to Mass Effect. We just finished murdering a giant plant monster, and now I guess we're gonna go and tell the matriarch's daughter that we killed her mom. After talking to our crew and seeing how they feel about killing the ancient plant monster.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
Good, I see they shouldn't.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Can't you retrofit? Are you alright?
Anything I can do?
Alright.
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
That's what I wanted.
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Pharos. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Interesting. I bet you're gonna be glad we murdered the Thorian.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
I don't think cute's the word I'd use to describe
Tell
my
me
face.
you didn't hear that.
Your sister, I assume?
Until I get home and kill her. That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there.
So you just
I
didn't-
cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Oh goodness. You read poetry, I've always liked that one. Tennyson.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God.
Are you a fanatic? Keep it to yourself.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe
Tell
in
that's an old
something?
game with little, like,
I should get back
skips
to
and
my
gaps
duties.
like that.
Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
What's your
Is that
opinion
it?
on the last mission?
Gotta admire.
Really? Is it
Given
because
the
she
option.
We'll talk
wasn't
later.
on
Looking forward to it,
planet with
Skipper.
us? Does she not know what we did?
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Interesting. It's cool that we get to, like, talk to all
Commander,
of them.
good
and
to see
get,
you.
like, their whole opinions. I don't get to talk to him about his opinion, I guess. Like, they have whole backstories written for all of these characters. And, like, every single mission, we get to learn a ton more.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't
And
know.
you could really just be an
Your ship
absolute
is
asshole
amazing,
the whole time.
and your crew's been really great to me,
Like,
especially your
negative
chief
talk
engineer.
options.
But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Oh, interesting.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
She's a pretty cool character, too.
See you later.
Can I talk to you about
Hey,
the last
Shepard.
mission?
Do you need something?
Nope.
I should go.
See you later.
Very interesting. Man, for such a, like, a big deal thing of killing the Thorian,
So,
like, no one else cares.
We've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
I could just say goodbye.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Interesting.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Wow, that's... no one cared that we killed the Thorian. Just like, yeah, cool, sure. This hundreds of thousands of year old super intelligent plant. Doesn't matter. No one cares. I probably still would have killed it, but...
Good timing, Commander.
It's
We
weird
got a
that you don't even
transmission
have
coming
the
in from the
option
Citadel.
to
Top priority clearance.
kill them. Or not
Is it the
kill them.
ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Room. Is that this way?
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Now you're helping me?
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Interesting.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
Interesting.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
When talking the official capacity, it's better that I stay respectful. Especially since I'm a brand new Spectre. So yeah, Vermeer. Huh. So it could go there. Wait. I swear that there was a different place. Unless I'm forgetting it entirely. Florida's Tower Cluster? Did I skip over that? Am I blind? Yeah, none of this? Oh, no, there it is. Sparta, Athens, Knossos, Macedon. Let's go here. I guess we just have to go to random places until we find her. Relays, it looks so cool.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military. And right now, we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Oh, these are multiple star systems. What the heck? Alright, so that's not a place I'm capable of going. Prothean ruins seems proper. Let's bring Rex this time. Why not? What an interesting landing strategy.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts.
Interesting. I need to level people up. I don't know if any of this matters. More assault rifle damage. And you. Let's do this. Barrier. Oh, he regenerates health. That's pretty cool. Might as well. I don't really care. This makes him stronger. He takes less damage. Let's bump him up to heavy armor. that. I don't know. Whatever. Good enough.
It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
There's a cool planet. There doesn't seem to be a map at all, so I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I mean, other than following the path. Whoa! Hey! This is maybe the right place.
Only a fool punches a map in his mouth. You should sneak around and pull its tail.
Yeah, right. Shower. Or not. Do I have to get out of the car? Come on, the car can get through there. Oh, there's like an invisible wall. Dang it. How do I get out? And I'm stuck. Is this not the way we're supposed to be going? What? Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Where am I supposed to go? Huh? Wait. What? There's no, like, door or anything. Oh, stupid sign path. Pardon me. Hope you don't mind. Excuse me. Everything? How fascinatingly stupid. I have no idea what's happening. Sure, whatever. Might as well look that up.
Secure
point.
I did that on accident. Take on
I think we're good, Shepard.
Squad equipment. Can I give you heavy armor? I can. Some medium human armor.
I think we're good, Commander.
I don't know what that'll do. Am I just killing random Geth? I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be or not. I'm starting to feel like it's not. Oh, the place that I just was at. Okay. I guess we carry on. Did we achieve anything by doing that? Pardon me. Die, did you? Didn't get experience for it. Hello. I just tip you over, huh? Car's kind of overpowered. much for that. Whoops. Ah, I'm required to get out. Sure. Whatever. I feel like this is definitely not the right planet.
Now it's fun.
What if I... That killed you? Man. I guess they're weak. Okay, we'll start.
Shields down. Charging up.
Taking that hit. Fascinating.
We got them all, Shepard.
There are definitely more. So incredibly unskilled. Wow, actually bad. How is that not hitting him? What? Okay.
That's it. Bag of attack.
That is a problem. Oh, where am I? Oh, you are Come on. Okay, so up there. Can't communicate with either. Never mind. actually killed him.
Thanks.
Huh. Unbelievable. You don't mind dying, do you? Thanks. That was a
All
hard
targets
fight.
down.
I was getting like consistently shut down. It was kind of annoying. Was that? I think that was the stalkers. It must have been, because after I killed them, I wasn't getting shut down over and over anymore. Okay. Going into Fallout now. Entering the vault. What is this place? I'm glad you tried to fight back. Cool.
All targets down.
Huh. Okay.
I've never visited a Prothean ruin before. Aside from the Citadel, I mean.
That's interesting. Nice.
Now it gets fun.
Huh. There's gets destroyed really fast.
Sterile light. Protheans sure build things
Level ups. More barrier for me. And more Spectre training. Garrus. Apparently I need to make you tankier. Shield boost. First aid. There's literally like nothing I can do for you. Huh. I can increase your damage. Electronics would increase your shield capacity. This would help you a little bit. Weird. You, I guess I'll do more damage. My favorite. It's not just the elevator that's broken.
Hello?
Oh damn! We came to the right place.
Please?
Sup, we killed your mom. I know you're not in the best place of
Can you hear me out there?
physical being
I'm trapped.
and state
I
of
need help.
mind to hear this.
Are you real?
But yeah,
Oh no, don't be
I
stupid,
killed your mom.
Liara.
I came
Humans
here to
do
tell
not
you
come here.
that.
You're hallucinating. And talking to yourself. Oh, goddess. I am going to die here.
Don't worry.
I'm real, and I'm getting you out of there.
You're oddly lucid for a hallucination. They don't usually claim to be real.
I don't know what kind of hallucination you
Or
have.
do they? I guess I wouldn't know. I don't usually hallucinate.
If you tell a hallucination
At
it's
least I
not
don't
real,
think I do.
they will tell you that it's real.
My name is Shepard.
I would know.
The Office of Special Tactics and Recon sent me.
A specter? That's good. What else would I conjure up? A protector figure, yes. Perfect. Comforting. Well, I'll play along. As you can see, I am trapped here. If you're as real as you claim, find a way to get me out.
How'd you end up in there?
Ah, yes, the
What's
figment
Rex,
of
a
my
Krogan?
imagination wants me to retrace my steps. See if I can figure out.
Would you imagine a
where I went
Krogan
wrong.
coming to save you?
I was exploring the ruins.
Would that be one of
when
your
the Geth showed up, I
hallucinations?
ran in here and activated the defenses. The barrier curtains could protect me.
I love that
But when I
ripple
turned
effect.
it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
Of course. What good is a hallucination if it can't offer false hope? Listen, if you're real, find some way past the barrier curtain. Find some way to deal with the Geth. Then use the control panel to release me. If you're not real, leave me alone. I'm tired of talking to myself.
Well, you seem mentally stable enough for me to tell you that I've killed your mom.
Finally, some action.
Okay. Wow, that flash from that rocket was bright. What did I stuck on? Did I miss? Right. Pardon me, sir. Yeah, that's a shot. I can see you from third person, but I can't actually shoot at you.
I think we're good,
Where'd
Shepard.
you go? Don't lie to me. You would lie to your officer. Huh. Not capable of registering a head-to-head on. Okay. Sure thing. Oh, I got Medi-Gel for that. Cool.
Area secured.
This requires a code. Oh, good lord, what is this? Ah, so I just figure it out by random guessing. Bet. Oh! I'm so skilled. My raw talents cannot be matched. Is that it? Is there anything else over here? Probably just a single hack station. Another 2. Oh, come on, mouse. Do what I want you to do. Mouse? Okay. Oh, okay. We are over here now. I do not understand how to control that. That's some nice ammo. But I'm not going to equip it because that is a waste of time. Let's fix up Varus to keep moving. Man, this place looks so cool. I'm glad that I'm just so bored to be here. Sup, sis?
Now I am hallucinating that you are inside the tower. I must be getting worse. Earlier I even imagined I heard thunder.
We used the mining laser to bore through.
You bored through? You're real, aren't you? By the goddess, you're real!
You're welcome.
I'm sorry. I thought you were a hallucination. I thought I was going mad. Please get me out of here before more Geth show up.
Maybe we leave her trapped while we tell her that we killed her mother. In case she doesn't take it. Oh, that's
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator.
It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Interesting.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On to double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Glad that we have this whole platform and we're all just standing 6 inches from each other. Ooh, Krogan. You get to fight one of your own Rex. By that, I mean I'm just going to use the Force and just throw him off the side.
Surrender! Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Interesting.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Fascinating. Goodbye. I definitely need to switch weapons for this. Let's get back up. I see you. Time. I can't believe it. Look at all this shaky camera movements. It's like a modern-day action movie. How kind of me to be the last one out. Ah, there it is, yeah. Those paper lungs of yours. They'll get you killed someday.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there and your pilot is making jokes?
You saved us, so he uses the touch.
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I might know. What do I might know? What did you learn?
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
She has really nice eyes.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
The eyes are like really well
I don't
animated in
know.
this.
There is barely any evidence on the
On everybody.
Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them.
Is that the
And then, like all
Reavers?
the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic
Reapers.
history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
I know what happened.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines.
Yeah, Reapers.
The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
A beacon? Yes, that makes sense. But the beacons were not programmed to interact with human physiology. I am surprised you were able to make any sense of it at all.
I can't.
It's just a bunch of random images, even after I got the cipher.
The cipher?
Some Asari mumbo-jumbo, supposed to help the commander think like a Prothean. I don't know if it worked, though.
The cipher altered my perception of the visions, but it's subtle. I still can't make sense of what I'm seeing.
And this was something another Asari did to you? Commander, with your permission, I would like to try something. You were touched by the beacon. The visions are locked away inside your mind. One of my people gave you a deeper understanding of the visions, but you still cannot put all the pieces of the puzzle together. I might be able to help you.
What do you have in mind?
As well?
Like the Asari who gave you the cipher, I can join my consciousness to yours. Maybe my knowledge of the Protheans will help clarify your vision.
It's worth a shot.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Come on, get to the point. What'd you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
Saren knew you were touched by the beacon on Eden Prime. He probably came after me because he feared I could help you understand it. I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, find the missing portion, and I am confident I can put all the pieces together.
Great, another alien. Welcome aboard, you can come.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
That's all for now. We'll talk later.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Sure.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
If she wants to help us, that's not necessary. I know what I'm doing.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
I've already
Or
killed
maybe
her.
we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Just hang up. It was
The Geth were
necessary.
crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting
The
on you.
Asari spent like 50 years of her life studying these ruins. I guarantee you there was nothing of value left in those ruins when I blew it up. Alright, we got another team member, I suppose. Are we not going to tell her that we killed her mom? Is that, like, not important? Well, oh well. Not this way. I guess we go talk to the team again. See how everyone's doing. How do you feel about what's happening? Man, that's such an awkward cinematic every time you walk up to him.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Oh my, do do you? God.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds.
That's not true. You weren't even on the planet with me. Unless it's, like, canonical that they're all there with me, but, like, for game mechanics, it's just me and two others. That kind of makes sense, because, like, we're a whole, like, a military team. For us to go in with 3 people against a literal army. But we do drive a pretty, like, small rover.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the Thorian.
Probably screw it.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine?
Aliens.
Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
Don't tell me you and Vernus hugged on graduation day.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact.
26 years? Really?
It was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback,
Wait.
I didn't even want it anymore.
It's only been 26 years since humans have first contacted aliens, or since, like, first contact with the, like, Mass Effect or whatever that made biotics?
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt a girl, broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
Tapping that deep must have shocked the hell out of you.
Not as much as it shocked Vernus. It killed him. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Wow. So how goes
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Can't ask
Goodbye,
you
Commander.
about our guest, apparently. How you doing?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried. Are you okay?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Goodbye.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
You're welcome, just part of the mission.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
I'd like to talk about you, investigate Benezia. Yeah, it sounds like she already knows what happened to Benezia, but we didn't mention anything about it.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful. And now she is gone.
Are you going to be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
So we don't get to see the moment of us actually telling her that we killed her mom. But, interesting.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers.
Did you do
But
all
I
this
was
by
always
yourself?
careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future, They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
A lot of places that I go, like, yeah, I'm actively, like, hunting the Geth and stuff, but it seems super dangerous, and you're just running around by yourself. I guess I'm practically by myself. My two teammates constantly are falling over dead.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha. You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Don't try to study.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
She's just a quiet, nerdy girl.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Because you can, like
what?
Mentally connect with other
Most
people.
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That's disgusting.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
About the age difference, who's your father? So they're all female? Their whole race? Age difference? I feel like this is a rude question to ask, but...
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
See, I know that the text thing said father, but Shepard didn't say father, so it's interesting that she decided to say
Benezia
father.
never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
That's terrible.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us.
True.
The union
they,
is a connection
meld
that
with the mind.
transcends both time and space.
That's interesting. And surprisingly wholesome.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
And that's really interesting. I think I heard of the Asari race before. I remember either, like, people have been talking about it, or, like, I read it somewhere. It's really an interesting concept.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while.
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Yeah, that's different.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion,
so he was,
the
like,
geneticist.
cloning organs.
So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
What did you do about the geneticist?
Let's skip
I brought
over
in
that.
some of his employees for
Not
interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Smart.
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Oh?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Oh, were they, like, sticking the organs into these people and then cutting them back out?
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. They were a mess. But only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
Fucked up.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, the ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. They just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
I agree with them. I see idiots.
No, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
You're wrong. Tough choice. You're right. It's a very tough situation. I mean, it is space, like they could track him or something, but yeah, I think that he's kind of
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
I gotta go.
Commander.
Very interesting. How's our space nerd doing?
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Oh.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Is that why you're here? Don't worry, you will.
What are you hoping to find?
Usually, people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage. But I need something bigger. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet.
Huh.
My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
That's a lot of pressure. I'm responsible for Trillia. One upper.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself.
We're just a bunch of anime
Officially,
protagonists.
I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high
I was the sole
value on
survivor of
family
a
and
giant
ancestry.
massacre.
There's an unspoken
We've got one of the
expectation that I
last
live up to my father's
Krogans, the
example.
space princess.
Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for
Badass
the better.
side character. Other
If I don't,
badass side
it's
character.
Like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
And then the daughter of one of the Asari matriarchs who's been doing nothing but researching the Protheans for half her whole life, basically. And she's like the youngest researcher, too.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
See you later.
So we just need to cross the veil and murder all of the millions of Geth.
Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
You're on a line. Why is that?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why.
You said
The
that
crew's off
immediately.
limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. Anyway, interested in a quick drink? It's a special occasion.
Non-alcoholic, that's contraband.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the First Contact War ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Why celebrate? Why me?
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see.
You're blacklisted because of your grandfather's cowardice.
That...
Cowardice.
I should not
That's
have
what the Terra
chosen
Firma
the
Party calls
bottom
it.
option because
I'm
it's
not gonna
always
let our name
negative.
go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
Is this why you're always going on about the Council?
If everyone else can look at Shanxi and say, this is why humanity needs to be stronger, then so can I. I'm entitled.
No one's
So,
entitled to
you still interested in
anything.
me? Baggage and all?
I was never interested in you. Why are you... Where'd you pull this from?
You're interested in me? It's hard to tell.
Maybe I'm not. I guess you've been too busy saving the galaxy to think about it. But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
Talking to you is the most
Alliance isn't perfect, but it does
confusing
well
thing
enough.
ever.
Have to disagree with you there, Skipper. Giving aliens the run of our most advanced ship? Kowtowing to the Council?
The Alliance should be able to stand on its own. We can't. Yet. Why not learn from the races who've been standing for the last 1,000 years?
How can you say that, given everything we've seen out here? They're already acting like Saren is our problem, already sicking us on the bear. The Council races will always think of themselves first. It's human nature. We can't afford to trust them, not if the survival of humanity is on the line.
Let's put a pin in this. Alright, I've heard enough. Well, good thing I got high charisma.
Ash, you believe in God, an infallible, all-knowing creator with a plan for the universe. You think the diversity of views in the galaxy wasn't part of that?
I don't know what God intends, Shepard. I don't think humans have some divine mandate, if that's what you mean. I don't think we're superior.
We need opposition. We need balance. We need to learn.
We need to know what to expect out here. We've met aliens who oppose us but don't want to destroy us. Maybe it's an opportunity to learn.
Well, that's... Huh. Guess I never thought of it that way. All big picture, I mean. It doesn't make what happened to Granddad any better, though.
Stay on the Normandy. The Council didn't do that.
What happened to your grandfather shouldn't have happened.
Well, at least somebody knows that. You and
There's
he
a
would have
hard
gotten along.
but
He was
that
a
should
tough old
tack onto the
bastard.
end of that.
I have a feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
So confusing.
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone's as close to their family as you are.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny, I never really thought about that before.
Apparently you don't
Too bad
think
those ruins got
about
destroyed. I mean, they lasted
anything
thousands
at
of
all.
years. That's impressive.
Other than, like, what
We'll
you
talk later,
experienced.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
She's never once flirted with me before, and I have never once flirted with her, but she's somehow like, I'm interested in her and she's interested in me. That's so awkward. It's like, she's like saying what's on her mind at all times and like assuming that everyone else is thinking the same way. And then she gets like really mad and confused when someone's not thinking the same way that she is. So I get super confused and mad because she's talking at me like this stuff's obvious, but she's speaking like a drunk person. Like, what the hell? Also, apparently I got super lucky and went to the right planet immediately. Or maybe I couldn't have landed on any of the other planets. Like, it wouldn't have let me. It would have been like that gas planet that I was on before. Well, that was confusing and a little weird. Well then, I guess I have no idea what we're doing next. Journal. Right, there's spies that learn stuff about Saren. I guess that's all we have right now. Ooh, never mind. Wait, you actually search the tunnels between... Oh, so I actually have to go back and, like, go down on Pharaohs to actually, like, fix their stuff for them? Maybe I'll do some of these side quests later in the next episode, I mean. Yeah. Maybe I'll come and do some of those side quests in the next episode. But, yeah, until then, thanks for watching. I'm still thoroughly confused by everyone I'm interacting with. But, yeah. I'm still confused. I don't know. I'm not thinking. I'm all jumbled. We'll hit up some of those side quest locations in the next episode, I guess. We could continue with the main story, but I feel like that next mission is going to be a big one, so I'm going to ignore it for as long as possible. We'll try and like plow through a bunch of those side quests in the next episode. I don't know how long they are, but maybe I can actually like cut some time out and fly through them. And maybe some of them are just really short, because they are like little side missions. But we'll find out. Anyway, I'll see y'all then. Thanks for watching. Bye.